Well, as you can see, these little scorecards do have a lot of good information. It will tell you what league you're in. Well, when you're in contestants for the next league, as you can see here. But over here, there's not a whole bunch of information. I would love to know what league this guy here at the bottom is compared to what league this guy at the top is. If I know he's a champ or a master, you know, I can easily see quickly offhand without having to go through all these, and then I might say, I wonder if this guy right here is tanking and needs to be reported. That could possibly be the case. So I'm gonna say, yeah, dude, you are clearly able to get champion cups. Granted, you're in Master 1, but you've dropped half a league out of champion. You've got MK3 pretty much everything. And you've got a fully maxed Luchador Titan, which is the brand newest out on the game. So I'm not sure why he's sitting in Master. You know, I'm going to say, hey dude, you need to be in a higher league. Now, I really wish I had the option to say, oh, I don't want to play with him. He's taking advantage of the game. He's negating it for others. Now, I might want to look at like other people in my clan. I'm looking at the honor, and I'm seeing, okay, you got HDDGGJ. He's in Master 2. He's got champion cups too. Did he really put in his best effort in order to try to work for his team? Or did he say, oh yeah, I'll do the most minimum just so I've been considered a player? You know, I can't tell really if he participated. It doesn't look like he did. Especially seeing as I got 2 million damage, got 3 beacons and 5 kills, and everybody else on his team at least did a little something. They got kills and beacons, and he didn't do nothing, so I'm going to put him down as did not participate. Now, some of these are a little bit confusing, you know. Sometimes you don't know how well things went. Now, in this little basic card, it doesn't say much. It just says your league and whatnot. But on here, it should have a little bit more information. I think I would like to see as well how many beacons per match and the average game time played. Because if I could see, oh yeah, this guy, he definitely has high damage or high average damage, but he's playing 10-minute games. You know, I can't really tell a whole mess from this little tidbit of information. Now, if it had on here, oh yeah, he plays 90% of his games in Beacon Rush or Domination or Free For All or TDM. You know, when I'm as a clan owner looking to possibly recruit them, or even just an officer of a clan like I am in Lags here. I don't own Lags, that's for sure, but I do hold an officer position, so I have the ability to invite them into a clan if I so choose. but I would like to know a little bit more about the player if possible. If I could find out, yeah, this guy, he's going to be free for all, you know, if I see on here, oh yeah, this guy is interested in squatting or wants to play solo. You know, these are indicators that we could easily have on here. Now, as I said, you've got over here how many robots you destroy per battle and how many titans you destroy per battle, and your average victory percentage. Now, your percentage, that doesn't really even say the full story either. You know, if you have your average rating within the game, because there is 5 or 6 players in the game, you know, if you're always in the top 3, that's something to consider, you know, versus always winning. You know, I can win a game, and even though I win, I'm still at the bottom of the scorecard. See, right here, we helped win the game, but I'm in a Master 1, you know, champion, I think Wizards, champion, and Master 1. Now, when you look at it in a different manner, I'm in Master 3. I'm playing with players that have much higher cups than I do. Now, I'm working on getting up there. I'm trying my darndest. But looking at the rewards, you know, I look at the cups. You know, I didn't really get a whole mess of cups here. Now, it doesn't mean I didn't put in my effort and I didn't do my work. But it's a comparison. If I'm winning and in last place, and just because I win and get last place, doesn't mean I shouldn't get any cups. You know, I sometimes, you know, you see here I've got 3 beacons, 5 kills, and I definitely supported my team. You know, I did a little bit better than the guy in last place, but it's not always about, it shouldn't always be about the honor or the damage or the kills or the beacons you get. You know, as I said, right now, looking at my account, I'm the lowest guy in the team. I should have been at the bottom of the scorecard. But, you know, I'm not getting benefits for it. Yeah, I'm supporting my team, and I'm helping them secure the victory, but I'm not being leveled up like they are. You know? So me elevating my account to their level is going to take much longer than if I were hooked up with people in my league or zone or area, whatever you want to call it. I do wish there was more options when it came to matchmaking. If I could say, yeah, make sure when I'm being matchmaked, I avoid squads, you know? Or, hey, I would like to be teamed with people in my league zone. You know, that way I don't get all these champion players securing the top position, because, hey, I think some of that gold could definitely benefit my account too. You know, I would like to earn some high keys and some gold as well. But if I'm always being matched with higher league players, I'm pushed to the bottom regardless, because I'm having to fight higher league players as well. So granted, I won this one, but it could go just as easily had gone the other way. And if I would have had lost this match, it wouldn't be me gaining any cups. It would be me losing 30 cups or so. So it's frustrating to know that, hey, I could play 10 games and get no cups, but if I lose one, I lose 30 cups. And that's like, hey? Now, if I could see right here, oh, I made that go away. I'll come back to that. Kind of going through the different things. There's quite a number of things I would like to add or change with the game. Like you see up here at the top where it shows I can use a video to speed up my upgrade. Well, how many videos can I use? You know, how exactly how much can I possibly take off of that total to speed up that upgrade? Or let's say over here in the workshop, you know, how many are available so I can take time off of these? Now, here in the workshop, I can hit that little X in the corner and cancel that current build. But on the upgrade, I have no way of canceling that upgrade. So if I accidentally pick something, I'm kind of stuck for the full ride. You know, even though I may have had interest in upgrading something else at the current. You know, so you got to be real careful about doing that. And as I said, there's no way to cancel it. So if you like decide that that's not exactly the route you want to take, you're kind of locked in. Now, I do like how they have little indicators on some of the specials. Like currently they have the 50% super chest going on. But once again, I would love to know how many videos are available for that open for free. You know, it might tell me, okay, in order to unlock these videos, you need to play for 2 hours and you won't have to stop and keep checking on it. Now here on the Titans, it's currently on discount. I have no idea what's gonna be the next discount coming up here soon, so I gotta make sure that I get as many of those black markets open, because that special may go away and I have no idea. Now, I do really wish there was a drone day. If there was a drone day where the drones, whether in the store, now I would also like to see more drones come to the store. You know, I've been fortunate enough to make sure I've gotten at least one of every drone. I've made that note just for the simple fact that I do make these videos to help other players. And I do try to help other players. So I'm trying to collect different chips, you know, so I can show them how it works and what to build with. Now, if there was a drone day where the chips were a little cheaper, or even not even any cheaper, maybe there's an additional view at the store, because currently you can view the store twice in a day if you use the 24-hour timer and a video. You get to see the chip store twice in a day, so you might have a little bit better option to view the different chips you're gonna need. Now, if they all of a sudden made it where I could refresh that chip store and it didn't cost so much to do so, I might be all about it. You know, I might be able to get all my chips in one day, depending on the gold I had in reserve. It would be really cool to see when I open up a robot, when I pop open the modules, not just if these recommended weapons here were included, but the recommended modules as well. You know, and within the pilots, I kind of do wish they had a little bit more information to go into the different skills. There's some of them that are kind of confusing. You know, I'm baffled at times. You know. Now, if I opened up the nuke amplifier and it says I'm able to actually make use of it in 20% of my games, that's gonna say, oh, okay, or this module works really well with this pod, or vice versa. Maybe, you know, a tank like this is gonna want a lot of extra heavy armor. Maybe you want to avoid the armor completely. You know, knowing what a fortifier is used for, I many times have I heard, hey, I've got a Harpy, is a fortifier good for it? Now, I know the first couple months that I had the fortifier, I was using it here on this Hawk. Now, I didn't have the shield on it. Normally I would have all 4 weapons because I'm a brawler, and an extra weapon is an extra weapon 8 days a week. But, you know, you use with what you have. And at current, I've got my additional snare sitting on my siren. And I haven't earned any of these reach around weapons yet, so, you know, that goes down into the special delivery. If I could sit there and say, hey, you know, I really am interested in X amount. Now, over here, it shows me I've got different special prizes. Like at 93, I'll guaranteed to get a repair amp. But let's say when I hit this next available guaranteed at the 300 tokens, what if I have no real interest in those 300 tokens? Just because it's the guaranteed prize does not mean it's the prize I want. Shouldn't I have the option to say, no, give me a regular spin instead? You know, I already have 10 of those pilots. I don't need another. You know, I don't have any interest in having a certain bot. Maybe when it does give you the special prizes and the guaranteed prizes, or maybe you can say, hey, look, you know, I'm really, really interested in the Carpy here, or I really would like these machine guns. So, hey, please don't send me another Orochi or Harpy components or Siren components, because I'm good on those right now. You know, I'm really interested in whatever, and whatever it may be, and I do know that it's a personal preference. Now, I really wish that these Jade tokens here were a lot more available for the free-to-play players. You know, I've been working really hard on these operations here to make sure I get my tasks complete on the daily. Now, I'm not getting any of these Jade tokens, and I've heard these last 5 missions are going to be Kirby only. Now, I'm still working on it, but I really do hope, because at current, my Kirby stance does not look good. Let's see. It does not at all look like I'm going to get a Kirby anytime soon. Even though, hey, awesome bot, great bot. It's just, I haven't been fortunate with the pulls. Looks like I'll be getting a second Harpy or a second Siren maybe here soon. I definitely don't need another Orochi. I've already got 5 or 6 of those. Same thing with the Fafnir. A person doesn't need 5 Fafnirs. I'm not getting rid of them. I'm gonna keep them, and I kind of like poke fun at some YouTubers saying, "Hey, dude, you're selling stuff that people would really, really like." I make sure to hang on to everything. There is an exception. Like if you check out here on my Thunders, I actually did the math. I got 2, got 1, that's 3, that's 4. And that's 19. So I made sure I have 25 Thunders. Not that I need 25 Thunders, but just in case I want to be able to rack up a behemoth with the 4 weapon slots 5 times. So 5 times 4. Oh, okay. I can drop some of those weapons. No biggie. I don't sell weapons until I get my back against the wall. Even my pilots. I've got a huge collection of pilots. At first, I would be buying these things left and right, thinking the pilots were going to be limited edition and only available at certain times. And this is back before they had the pilot days, so I was hunting them down specifically and looking to make sure that I had at least one of each, just in case. But now I'm getting to the point where I've got doubles and multiple. I'm like, how many ghosts do I need? I wish I could take a couple of these and trade them in for something else, something useful to my account, rather than just gold. So when it comes to like a Titan, now a Titan, you can only buy that with platinum. Yet when you sell something on it, you can only get silver. If they had a choice of currency, that would be hella cool. Now, if I could either choose gold or silver or platinum or maybe even power cells to trade in my items for, I might be more interested in making those adjustments. I know you see I've got 10k gold. That's because I've taken advantage of one of the or a few of the apps for gold. That's a lot of work for some of these things. Now granted, I've got 5 robots, and my theory is, hey, I'm going to need 5 last stands. Well, for a last stand, I'm going to have to drop 5k in gold. If I have to buy it in this route, let's see, where is it? 5,000. So that's 5,000 times 5 in order to make that happen. Now, yeah, some people do that. Granted, I can go into the offers and possibly purchase some gold, but I don't normally have that as an option. So I'm either having to earn it, which, as you see in the games, if I'm stuck in with higher league players, I'm not going to get any gold. I'm kind of locked out of it. So I do kind of understand why people do tank. They're slipping down to the lower leagues and taking advantage of other players. I really don't care for any of that. I think that's wrong. I really think that needs to be addressed, because it is going to end up causing players to leave the game. If you're in the lower leagues and just get hammered on by these guys with completely overpowered equipment that you have no possible option to get, would you stick around? I think the developers need to open an account, make a run up the league ladder, And even with their knowledge, they're going to run across these tankers hanging out in Silver League with MK2, MK3, Diamonds, even the experts with MK3 maxed out equipment. You just saw me report a guy in Master. You know, he could be in Champion, no problem. He should be in Champion. That's a given. But he found, hey, the game's not as hard if I can go after some weaker players. It puts me at the top of the list and I have my chance to shine. So yes, I do understand where a tanker is coming from. Now, I've already brought up canceling option for the upgrades. I brought up the indicator for plausible videos. So I could see, hey, yeah, I got 6 videos I can use for my upgrades. Or 6 for the, you know, it could be nice to know I could use so many for my pilots. I actually spend quite a bit per day of my time playing this game, knocking out videos. You know, if on the scorecard, or right here, if I could go and say, hey, let me review my last 10 games. You know, once again, as a clan person who has the option to invite somebody, if I could look through their last few games, sweet. Another thing, when I'm looking through these, yes, I can see their pilots, I can see their pilot skills, I can see their modules, I can see the weapons and all their levels. I cannot see their drones. I have no option to see what they have as far as drones whatsoever. Now, when it comes to testing equipment, I either have to hop over here to create squad, go to a custom game or whatnot. I think it's go to custom game, because now I'm going to have to bring in one of my other accounts and use 2 different accounts, or find a buddy to help me out to test equipment. Now, if there was a third option where I could enter a gauntlet, whether it's a shooting range, to find out exactly how well a particular weapon or set of weapons at my particular level, or my pilot or my whatever, I would know, yeah, I could take out a Leo like this. And if I gave the Leo a nebula, or if I had the whatever hookup or system I wanted, maybe I wanted to figure out exactly how to kill a revenant the easiest, you know, then I could go through a gauntlet and use a AI stand-in. Or maybe I want to find out how much punishment my bot can take, you know, because with all the drones and stuff, each drone has its own attribute. You know, just looking at these right-hand 3 over here, each of those drones could help you survive in different manners, you know. Now, maybe on certain robots, the nebula is not going to have the ability to kick on its built-in ability. So using that on that particular robot is not a benefit. Now, if I could go in there and say, okay, just give me everything you got. Put 2 hawks on me with their laser beams, so I know I'm getting some fast, hard damage. I would be able to test the different chips and the different drones, as well as the pilot skills, because there's quite a few of the pilot skills, whether they be like adamant mechanic or armor expert. You know, those can really help your bot. Even the module expert and the death survivor and all those can be very useful if you can get the timing right. But trying to figure out how the timing works on a live server can be very, very frustrating, and you don't want to go into a battle with stuff you don't exactly know how it works. Like over here with my nebula. With my nebula, I've gone and switched to on low durability defense chips, mostly because I'm trying to avoid the on repair. But it put me into a theory that I even brought up to Adrian. I was like, hey, you know, if you got your defenses up, you're not really taking any of the damage. Now, it also depends on what league and what rank you are. Because if I'm going into a match with champions, yeah, I have the high possibility that I'm going to be taking 100k damage within 3 seconds. You know, but if I'm in, let's say, Expert League or Diamond League, no, they don't have the weapon capacity in order to do that kind of damage, minus certain situations, like a Titan comes out. Now, if a Titan comes out, they can put out some massive damage, especially if they got leveled up weapons. But knowing how to prepare for a battle is major. Now, on the gamer card or the scorecard, if I had the amount of bots that I deploy during a battle, that would be a cool thing. Because yes, you could have a tanker that has one bot that's all tricked out at MK3 or whatever, and the rest of them at, you know, just basic level 1, because they don't need any of the other bots. With their one bot, they're able to rule the whole battlefield. Or if you're like me and, you know, you have to go in there and you're chasing beacons and you're hitting that front line with all you got, you're going to get botted out a lot. So I know I'm using all 5 of my robots and my Titan. And if you see a Titan destroy per battle, well, if I 5 cap them right at the beginning and they don't have an option to even deploy a Titan, that makes that number go down. So I understand it. I get it. Now, if they had the healing on here, how many beacons have you gotten the most of in one battle? You know, you could have personal stats that everybody wants. Now, granted, yes, some people are going to go through and say, okay, let's time drop with the clan and give so-and-so as many possible beacons as possible. That way he can, you know, have his score fluffed up a little bit. And that's going to happen. But that's always going to happen. You know, Adrian can do it easily to get his super high damage. You know, he all he has to do is set up a time drop with people on the know, hey, Adrian's going for his high damage. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a lot of healer bots on, and we're going to put a lot of tanks on. So he can get all that damage and just ching, 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 eat up all that silver. Now, who's that really hurting? You know? No one really. the people who lose, hey, you know, you win one, you lose one. You're doing this for us, so we're gonna hook you up on the next one. You're gonna get the same thing, so you can get the 2-3 million silver. I think that's an exaggeration, but let's see. Now, with the operations, yes, there's 4 operations available for us upper league players. The Operation C is for the lower league players. Now, one thing that might possibly increase the sales is having a Operation Season Pass. Whether it's per event, like right now we get the special delivery, shows 16 days left of that event. So I know that the event's going on for 16 days, but as you can see, the operations, this one's gonna end here in 2 days. You know, this one's got 3 days, this one's got a week, and this one, of course, 16 days. But if I could get all season of the operation for a set fee, instead of being nickel and dime, $15, $15, $15, or $24 times whatever. If I could get, let's say for $50, all of the operations, that would be so sweet. You know, these are just some of the things I really think Pixonic should look at entering into the game. As a quick recap, being able to see another player's drones. On the scorecard, how many beacons they get per game and what's their max per game of beacons. What kind of games do they play? You know, I'm pretty much 100% into Beacon Rush. You know, so I may not want to invite somebody who plays free for all to my particular group, or I may not want to bring on a solo player. Now, at the end of the battle, on the scorecard, if I see so and so is interested in squatting, cool. Now I can open up their scorecard and say, okay, well, he's going to go get beacons for me, or he's going to go get damage for me, and I can concentrate on doing X whatever. Or he's going to be a healer for me. You know, I could see how that could benefit me as a player to work with him. Now, if I could see in the scorecard, hey, they're looking to team up and get into a squad or duo or whatever. You know, I think honestly, when it comes to squad matchmaking, if you have a full squad, you should be matched with a full squad. Now, granted, that's not always an option, but we have enough players that it can be. I know they want to get us into a match as quick as possible because we're complaining about the use of boosters and the waste of boosters. Well, when you're a solo player and you get nothing but squad battles, you've lost and wasted your boosters because you have no ability to actually get into a fair fight. And this is what the game is supposed to be about. Getting into a fight that you can use your brain, your knowledge, your effort, your investment in order to outplay another person. You know, it's all math. It's skill. But when you take skill out of the equation, and now somebody has a major advantage because they got 5 other people on their side in comms with one directive. Hey, yeah, we're going to let them have the first couple beacons. We're going to make them think they're winning. And then we'll just come in and steamroll them so we get all that silver. You know, you're wasting people's time thinking, oh yeah, you know, I thought I was going to win that battle. I used my boosters left, right, and center. I was healing my people up. You know, there's a lot of things that we could add to the game. Now, at the end of the game, we all see the option for report a player. Now, if I get steamrolled and botted out, I may just decide to leave the game so I can start into a new one, so I won't be put into the same game with that person. Now, at the end of the game, if I had the option, hey, that guy's he's up to no good. I don't want to play any battles with him at all. If I could avoid him, I would prefer that, even if I have to wait a little longer to find my match. But there's also the other guys that, oh wow, this guy he ended up getting 7 beacons and really pulled the clutch at the end of the game. I want to be paired with him. I think he's a freaking A-OK player. You know, I don't mind sharing some glory with him. You know, definitely, if he's available for a battle, I want to be on his team. That would be so sweet. Instead of the report player. Because even in the report, you don't know exactly what's going on. You see you may see somebody purposely sandbagging, like you saw at the beginning of the match. You saw one guy completely overpowered, and then you saw another guy completely not trying. And they were both on the same team. So even though those 2 players, they pretty much ruined that game. The other players that were in that battle on their team suffered. They were a man down. There was nothing they could do. They were teamed up with a guy who has overpowered equipment that's falsifying his record so he can be in a lower league. So he's stealing the gold. Stealing the gold. Stealing the glory. And you see them, they're both playing the same game. They'll play 10, 15, I don't know exactly what the ratio is. I don't know how they get into the lower leagues and all that. I've got ideas. Got thoughts and theories. Sure, if I wanted to know, I could figure it out pretty easy, whether it's hop into free-for-all and just be a sacrificial lamb. Same thing I could do for, you know, Beacon Rush, Dom, or TDM. I could just run in there and be a fool. Not try hard for my team, but you're letting a team down. There's at least 5 other players that their game has been manipulated by people manipulating the system. Reaping gold they shouldn't have. And what happens to these guys? They get a little slap on the hand, if that. I've seen full squads of tankers. You know? You see me, I'm trying to get into Master 2. Okay? I've got level 10 bots. A couple of 9s in there. Level 9 weapons. A couple of 8s in there. You know? I'm 1 or 2 battles into it. I've got 4 battles left. I'm sitting at the top of Master 3 at this very moment. In my whatever. But what happens? I can win the next 3 battles and gain 0 to a few cups. I lose 1 battle, bam. I'm down with Mr. Pantera, if not lower. One loss can negate hours. One loss can easily outweigh an hour of good playtime. And there's nothing I can do to control that. 9/10 of it is matchmaking. You know, you put me in with these people within 100 cups of me, I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna keep on moving up the ladder. When they're manipulating their cups so they can be in a lower league, they're getting stolen valor. They're stealing the glory. They're stealing. And Pixonic, they're stealing not only from us players, but they're stealing players from your game. People just up and quit. Hey, there's no way I can compete with these guys. You know, it just, you have to devote so much time, effort, and energy into building these accounts. And you're not there to support them. Yeah, putting up the report system, yay. It doesn't seem to be effective. The report system's been in and around for months now. Yet the tankers are still there. I on my other account, I made a baby account, and I was seeing tankers with MK whatever when I was just getting into the Silver League. I just left a private league and now I'm having to deal with an MK12 Hellburner. Followed up with a freaking Ox Minos. And they're just running through, I'm gonna kill the whole crew in 2 minutes. Get all the gold. So he can upgrade his account. How many players do you think have left the game because of that BS? Do the math. If one tanker who's stealing gold, who doesn't have to do any effort to get gold, takes out 10 players that were watching videos, how much revenue do you think it's costing you, Pixonic? It's costing you revenue. Understand that. By not doing something to protect the players, it's costing you. Not many people are as dedicated as me, willing to put through the shitstorm in order to make an honorable name for myself, for my clan. You know, here I'm running lower level stuff, and I have to work hard, and I get botted out. Okay, I can't even make it to the end of the game, but I know the effort that I put into the game helped elevate my team into a winning position. And what do I get for it? No gain. It cost me power cells for no gain. A loss, it cost me power cells to lose 2 hours of game time. It needs to be reevaluated. Y'all need to see that there are players leaving the game when everything that they've been working for, building up hangars, to all of a sudden get nerfed. Why? Because you've got new weapons on the board. Let's go take a look at your number one player right here. Okay, 80% max win streak, 123. Okay, is this legit? Possibly. He is the number one player at the current. See his weapons: Puncher, Devastator, Scatter, Puncher, Bane, Toxin, Smoota, Shredder, Smoota. You know, he's got the newest reach-around weapons. He's fully maxed everything. He's running last stands on 2 of his bots. Nuke amps on 1, 2, 3, 4, all 5 of his bots. Multiple nuclear amps. Yeah. You can afford the new stuff. Let's look at the next guy. So basically it comes down to, if you're not... Now, Pinche Tacos, I've run into him in my game. Now, how come I've got the second best player in the damn game in my matches? Cramola, Smoota, Cramp Razzer. Yeah. He's heavily invested. Of course, if you go and buy all the new stuff, complete cinders, gives you a slight advantage. Then you can just steamroll teams. Now, no knock on him. You know, he's not going to be at the top of the list without having some skills. But let's look at the 100th player. How am I supposed to compete with this right here? Open him up. And he's at the bottom of the list. How can I even remotely compare to this? Yet this will end up showing up in my match. These guys should be fighting amongst themselves. There should be 100 cups, or, you know, you should keep people in zones. You know, there's so much frustration. Because you see here, 60% win, 14 win streak. Doing the best I can with what I got. And in order to keep elevating, I've got to bring a lot of stuff with me. I've got a lot of weapons to upgrade. I've got to bring up a lot of different bots, because it is a constantly morphing game. You know, I don't need multiple Fafnirs. You see this Fafnir at level 8. I've got the special edition here at level 9. I don't use this extra Fafnir. I try to run one bot at a time. You know, yes, I'm upgrading a Mender. But it's going to take me 3-4 months to find the pilot, because I didn't have the money to go buy it. You know? That's not an available option unless you're ready to open your wallet. And when I'm watching 46, 50 videos a day, I'm putting in the effort. You know, I'm making you money. I'm paying my way. But I shouldn't get shit on for having to do it the hard way. There should be an option. Maybe for the operations. Instead of just having it where maybe it's by time or gold. I should be able to unlock this in other ways other than just opening my wallet. I don't have access to cash. I spend too much of my time working on the game to go make cash on top. Now, granted, I'm about to go start working and making cash, and I've got ways I can invest. You know, I beg, borrow, and steal when I have to. Sometimes you have to. But it's not right. You're not looking out for your consumers. Okay? If things were balanced out a little bit more, people would enjoy the game much more. You know, when they look at their hangar and say, oh, great, my whole hangar's about to get rebalanced. There's only 2 bots on here that aren't subject for nerf, and that's the Harpy and the Siren. You know? And I was fortunate to get those. Had to play a lot of battles. In order to get the tokens, have to go every day and snag tokens and collect those 5, 10 at a time. Look at my Jade tokens. I've collected the daily tokens every day and even won some in a chest. That was how I was able to open the one chest I was able to open. And it looks like maybe by next week I can open my second. 2 chests in a whole event? That is such a kick in the teeth, man. You're not looking out for your players. You're not offering incentives. The incentive is going to the tanker, who's able to walk on the little guys, steal their gold so they can up their game. And to what? To elevate and get into the champion? No, to continue to walk on the other guys. Look out for your people. Yeah, right now you have a nice little Asian theme. But do you understand how Asians do business? You don't look at how you're doing and how your life is. You look at how your subordinate's life is. You invest yourself into their family. Elevate your people. Not just think of the yachts and the summer vacation homes and the new cars for yourselves. Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. But if you bleed your people dry, look at the Ming Dynasty. Okay, the Terracotta Warriors. When he built that tomb, he bankrupted the country. Put the whole country into a recession that didn't come back for years so he could have a tomb. Yeah, he unified China. Did he deserve it? Maybe not as much as he got. But if y'all continue to do this, you're gonna lose so much of the potential that you have. There's a lot of potential with this game. You know, I've tried to say, hey, look, some of the tasks, I believe it was Valentine's, I believe last year, we ended up getting a task, and it was, there were scorpions all over the field with sonic weapons, and the task felt like agony. My suggestion was to offer a special pink skin, so you could possibly not be affected by the sonic damage as badly, and use those proceeds to benefit the world towards cancer treatment. Don't just look at your own bank accounts. Think of how you can embetter the world. There's a lot of good that can be done. And if you become a company known for doing good and looking out, you're gonna gain a lot of respect and a lot of followers. You're gonna have people beating down your door saying, hey, I want to be a part of that. Realize your potential, act upon it, and the sky is the limit. You won't be thinking about how nice your car is. You're going to be thinking, hey, that's a nice corporate jet I've got. Because I've got to fly all across the world and offer my help. Think bigger, people. Because when you screw over the little guy, he'll leave. And if you make it where only the aristocracy gains, we all lose. So hear this cry, hear this plea. Do something about the tankers. Do something to support the newer players into the game. Or you're gonna constantly hear, oh man, look how we got screwed over again. And I know that's not the song you want to hear. I really hope this reaches the right people and they hear the message I'm trying to say. Alright, I've ranted on for an hour, so a quick recap. Let's open it up. Let's think more. Let's add things that are helpful. Alright, be good or be good at it, people. Take care of yourselves and each other. I will see y'all another time. Goodbye for now.